What is up? What is up? What's up, everybody? Entrepreneurs, grinders, real estate investors. My name is Ross Alex. Welcome to tonight's stream. A little later than usual, but I figured, hey, it's better late than never, right? Or better late than tomorrow. Look, I want to hit you guys up with a tip for raising private capital. Now, this tip can be worth a lot of money to you guys. This tip can change the game for you and how you go out there and conduct your real estate transaction. So anybody that's in real estate, that's a real estate entrepreneur looking to go out there and raise money or raise more money, I'm going to break it down to you like this. You know, a lot of people ask me, I get this all the time, Ross, why would anybody be willing to lend me money to go buy a piece of real estate that they can just go buy themselves, right? Or why would anybody be willing to partner on a deal that you're getting from somebody who's wholesaling a deal when they can just buy the deal directly, right? Why would any company, why would any venture capitalist be willing to lend a company money, to invest in a company with startup capital to help grow that company and put them through an accelerator to build out the brand? And the simple answer to that is that the person that's investing money didn't find the opportunity. And when I learned this 3 years ago, when I raised my first couple of $100,000, that one idea, that one thought completely changed everything for me. I stopped thinking, why would anybody be willing to invest in me, invest in my deal when they can do it themselves, especially being that I don't have much experience. I was getting laughed off the phone by big companies like Blackstone. I'll never forget that. They literally laughed me off the phone when I told them who I was and what I was trying to do. And it's that one idea. The person who's investing with you didn't find the opportunity. Here's a perfect example. A startup company out of Austin, Texas, right, comes up with this idea to revolutionize the food industry, right? They come up with this company that's going to revolutionize the food industry. They start shopping around for investments, right, for funding from venture capitalists. Well, why don't the venture capitalists just go out there and start their own food business that's going to change and revolutionize the food industry? The answer is, A, they didn't think of that idea, and B, that's not their business. They're in the funding business. They're in the lending business. They're in the investment business, right? Their business is investing into other businesses. And in real estate, when you're going out there and raising capital, you are selling opportunities that other people are not, either they're not looking for them, they don't know how to find them, or they just don't want to because that's not their business. Okay? A lot of lenders, in fact, the majority of lenders are lending out on properties to people who they A, like, B, believe in, C, trust, and D, on opportunities that they didn't find. Okay? So write this down. When you are raising private capital and you are out searching and shopping for deals, you are the conductor of the deal. Okay? You are the conductor. You're the one that's going out and finding the deals, putting in all the sweat work to go put the deals together, right? You're marketing for them. You're spending money on marketing, so you're investing into going to go get those deals. You're negotiating the deals. You're doing all the legwork. And then all you have to do, if you want to fix and flip the property or buy and hold the property, is find somebody else who believes in you and believes in the deal, that wants to make a return. Okay? Yes, the conductor of the deal. When you're the conductor of the deal, you know, I get this all the time, and I used to think this way. It's like, Why would somebody be willing to do that? Why would anybody want to do that? Why would anybody want to lend me $200,000? They want to get a great return because you can't make money in the banks. I deal with lenders all the time that have money in the bank and CDs and money market accounts. And when I tell them the amount of return that I get for my investors, they want to pull their money out same day and throw it into a piece of real estate, right? They want to structure something with me where their money is backed by collateral, which is a piece of real estate. All right. Now, I'm not going to get too into detail right now about branding and building a brand that people can trust, and but you got to be likable. That's very, very important. Okay. So not only do you have to be the conductor of the deal, you have to understand your value. You have to understand your value, and you have to be likable. The person has to like you. All right. Any lender that's going to lend you money has to like you to an extent where they want to do business with you. Okay? They want to do business with you. Very, very important. Now, so I'm going around and I'm asking myself, why would people want to lend me out on these deals? Why? They can just go do it themselves. It's not their business. It's not their business, number one. And number two, they're not putting in the sweat. You don't realize how much value you bring to the table by simply finding the deals. You don't realize that right now. You will as your business starts to grow and scale and you get bigger and better and bigger and better and badder and you're doing more deals and you get what's called that fuck you money. And that fuck you money is, look, I don't even need your money. I don't even need your money anymore. But, if you want, I'll go find something. But anyways, let me take it back. You got to realize the amount of value that you bring to the table. All right. Sweat equity is very, very valuable. In fact, my business partnership that I have to this day that I started 2.5 years ago was based off of me putting in all the sweat, putting in all the grind, putting in all the dirty work, and that person bringing in the money and then a little bit of dirty work. No, I mean that fuck you money. That real fuck you money. Not that no thank you money. That's like, nah, fuck you. I don't need your money. But look, that's something Grant Cardone says. I took it from him. But anyways, understand your value, guys. Very, very important. Very, very key. You may just think you're going out there, you're shopping deals, you're estimating repairs, you're negotiating. Hey, everybody does that stuff, right? No, that's not true. That's not true. In fact, most people that lend out money don't even know how to go do what you're doing. They don't understand how you're getting deals. Now, they may not even care. They may not even care because in some markets, being the lender is the creme de la creme. In some markets, right? Obviously, if you're the lender in 2007, well, you're not in the best of positions. And I'm sure that you guys would agree that having a couple of $100,000 or a couple of $1 million out in loans backed by real estate and all the real estate is tanking, well, then it doesn't pay to be the lender. But in some markets, especially right now, it pays to be the lender. So all you need to do is understand your value and start talking to people about the opportunities that you're selling. And this is exactly how I did it and how I continue to do it. Now, I taught a 2-hour class on raising money that goes very, very deep on building the brand and the credibility kit. And there's some other components. There's a lot of other components. But first, you got to take it from a bird's eye view and realize the amount of value that you bring to the table. Look, the people lending out money, guys, and I'll say it 1,000 times, they are not doing what you are doing. They may want to still be a part of a real estate business. They may want to get a great return. real estate investments pay out way above average returns compared to what banks are paying out on returns. It's either going to be real estate or it's going to be the stock market or gold, right? Precious metals. And look, while you can make a lot of money in the stock market and get insane returns, you can also lose a lot of money in the stock market. Yeah, we're not talking about Reg D right here, but you know, Reg D can fucking go shove it. All right? And that's just the truth. So look, you want to start raising money, guys. You want to start raising money? Go out there and sell as many opportunities as you can. What does it mean to sell an opportunity? What does it mean to sell an opportunity? Again, I have to go ahead. Just because you brought up Reg D, Brian, I got to go ahead and say, disclaimer, I'm not an attorney. In fact, you can lose a lot of money in real estate. A lot of money. And also, you can break the law by raising money. So, full disclaimer here. All right? Full disclaimer. Just because of you, Brian. Okay? I'm not an SEC attorney. Always remember to consult with a professional. However, what does it mean to sell an opportunity? It means that you are going out there and telling as many people about the opportunities that you are working on, that you have, the opportunities that you are finding. Here, I'm going to give you guys one little, what's up, Arturo? I missed you there, bud. How you doing, man? So here's one line that you can use that will freaking change everything for you. You got, guys, if you want this line, this is directly from my Flipping on Fire Academy, that 25-hour system that I created last year. If you guys, I'm going to drop this line on you. If you want me to drop the line, just type something in the comments. Just type number 1. Press 1. Because this is a freaking fire tip, and I want to share it with you guys, but I need to have some excitement here going, man. Some freaking excitement. Yeah, Arturo, man, much love, brother. Come out to our next event. Come out to our next event, man. I know you've been reaching out, man. We got to get together, brother. All right. You're talking to Mr. or Mrs. Lender. Mr. and Mrs. Lender. When I find an opportunity that looks like this, should I call you? When I find an opportunity like this, should I call you? Number 2, when I call you and I find this opportunity, how many of these opportunities are you ready to take action on? Freaking game changer. Let me tell you guys, those 2 things right there, I think, I went to the Apple store today. I went in to go get a new charger. You would know that if you follow me on Snapchat, but if you don't, I went in to go get a new charger because they always replace them. And while I was there, I told the guy, I said, hey, go ahead, plug my phone up because my battery's been dying too quick. I don't know what's happening. So the diagnostic program pulls up. And the guy tells me, oh, man, looks like your phone overheated today. And they can see all your battery usage by the minute, all the apps you go on, all the websites. It's actually kind of freaky. And he tells me that my phone went to 127 degrees today. I was doing a live stream today, earlier this afternoon. So I think we just blew the freaking circuits on the phone, man. They gave me a new one. So I'm pretty stoked about that. But, going back, number 1, how many opportunities like this can you do? Number 2, if I find an opportunity that is a $50,000 purchase price, a $20,000 rehab, and a $120,000 after repair value, should I call you? What you're doing there is you're asking for permission. Now, you want to do something called creating these yes mindsets, right? And what yes mindsets are is you're getting somebody to say yes. You just want them to say yes. You get somebody to say yes so many times that when you ask them the difficult questions, they say yes. They're conditioned to say yes, right? Who remembers Pavlov's dogs, right? Tell me that yes mindset stuff. One of my mentors, Marshall Silver, changed my life. Changed my life, that guy. So, guys, get out in your area, find networking events, find where people are gathering, find, business socials, country clubs. That's what I was doing. I was going to country clubs. I was just talking to people. When I was bartending, I was talking to people. When I was going to the real estate clubs, I was talking to people. And you will be blown away by the amount of people who are very quick to say, yes, I'm in, I'll do it. There's people out here right now, guys, in your area that want to do deals, that want to invest in real estate, but they don't know how, right? You either have two things. They say if you have a lot of time, you don't have a lot of money. And if you have I'm sorry, I said that backwards. If you have a lot of time, you don't have a lot of money. And if you have a lot of money, you don't have a lot of time. There it goes. So you're looking for people that have the money, but don't have the time. Because if you don't have a lot of money right now, it means that you have time. And you can put in that sweat. And you can put in that dirty work. And you can put in that grind that they're not willing to do. Is that person willing to drive 200 miles? You guys really want to know what it's like to be a real estate entrepreneur? I have like 6 houses right now. I drove 250 miles yesterday. 250 miles round trip. And I do that like 3 or 4 times a week. I just don't show you that. I don't show that to you guys, but it's a lot of driving. Ask any real estate entrepreneur. Most of our days are spent in the car touring properties. In our private group, on our RE Power Lease private group, I just posted a deal. For those of you that are in, you can see the deal that I'm working on right now. I'm not going to say what it is, but I'll announce it soon. Anyways, there's a lot of surprises. There's a lot of grind. There's a lot of hustle. And most people that are willing, that want to lend out on these deals, they're not willing to do that. They're just not. It sucks. But it pays to be the lender sometimes. And right now is that time. So that person can still earn a return, still get a great ROI, and not have to do any of the dirty work that you're willing to do. Tank says clocking 3,000 miles a month. Tina says 20,000 miles since October. Yeah. Guys, it's a lot of driving. A lot. Especially down here in the South. Man, when I lived in New York, I used to think driving an hour away was like, gotta go an hour away? What? An hour? That's like, when you live in New York, that's like, you're driving like, what? An hour? That's a road trip. You need an RV to do that. But here in Texas and Houston, an hour is like normal. Yeah, I gotta go an hour and a half. It's like every day. Well, Harris County is like, this is a gigantic county. It's insane how big Harris County is, and Fort Bend, Brazoria. Anyways, back on topic. Same way in DMV, right? Driving an hour. Yeah. So look, you know, when you're on the come up in real estate and you want to go out there and do deals and put things together, well, first of all, you don't need private money if you're going to just start wholesaling real estate. You don't need that. But if you left New York, New York, yeah, that's where I'm from. I'm from New York, so I go back once a month, but not right now because it's like 10 degrees up there. But I'll be back soon. I love New York so much. I do. The food, the people, the scenery, the environment. It's just a great. Well, I'm from the metropolitan area by like Manhattan, but yeah, a lot of people. And I know I'm going off topic here, but a lot of people think that New York is just Manhattan. That's not true. In fact, New York is country as hell. Like real country. Like redneck country. A lot of people don't know that. New York is like, man, you go 45 minutes outside of Manhattan, you're in the boondocks. Where I'm from. I'm from the boondocks. I'm from a town of like 10,000 people. So, road trip to A-Town. Yeah. Yeah, New York is big, Mandy, for sure. A lot of people. Yeah, upstate New York, Brian. A lot of people just think it's all skyscrapers. That's like the smallest part of New York. I mean, nah. New York is like deer everywhere, like jungle forests, like farmlands, cows. Like it gets real rural. Forget about it. Pennsylvania makes Texas look like freaking San Francisco. Pennsylvania sucks, man. I hate Pennsylvania. But I'm sorry to all my friends, if followers from Pennsylvania, but I hate Pennsylvania. It's just farmland everywhere. But anyways, back on topic, guys. You gotta believe in yourself. That's the next thing. The next thing to raising capital is you have to believe in yourself, and you have to be enthusiastic. You have to be excited. You have to be fired up. You have to be energetic. You have to. Okay? And here's why. If you're not excited about what you're doing, don't ever expect somebody else to be excited about what you're doing. All right? Remember that golden nugget and write it down. Print that out. Put that shit on your freaking wall. Because that is one of the truest statements I ever told. All right? You need to be excited about what you're doing, especially when it comes to raising private capital. Look, I come from the tech background, and I was going around talking to venture capitalists left and right, listening to different elevator pitches from different companies and different brands. Watch Shark Tank. Watch Shark Tank. The people that raise money on Shark Tank, or even the people that don't raise money, just people that get up on the show, they're excited about what they created, what their company is. Startups, you have to be excited. And even though you may not be building a tech company, as a real estate entrepreneur that's just starting out, you are a startup. That's what you are. Even though there's many, many different companies out there that are doing the same thing, you're still a startup, and you need to operate and act and think like a startup does in your early stages of going out there and raising money. Now, as you build the brand, more money will come in, okay? The majority of my private capital comes right here on social media, right here, like on Facebook. And I can almost guarantee that after this stream, I'm going to get messages from people asking me how they can partner up with me on deals. It happens all the time. Utilize that. There's so much money in this country alone that all of us still cannot raise all the money. I think there's like $1 trillion in IRA accounts like in this country. Don't quote me on that, but I think so. I think that's the last stat that I heard. It could be more now. So think about that. Think about the amount of resources, the amount of cash, liquid cash that's available. Now, this is private money. There's also hard money out there where you can go, and there's people that are cutting out loans, and they're called asset-based lenders, and they lend strictly off the property, and they're not so much interested in who you are and what you're doing. They are, but they're more interested in the piece of real estate that you can go out there. And you know, I wanted to talk about this, even though I taught the 2-hour class on private capital. If you guys want it, just inbox me. Look, it's simple, and never in a million years did I think that I was going to be raising millions upon millions upon millions of dollars to raise money, that people are just going to be investing with me left and right and left and right. But it's a very real thing. Even my diamond clients, like, for example, Tina, who was just here on the stream, she's raised a lot of private capital right now. Danny Garcia, who just joined in, he's raised a lot of private capital. Guys, this is a very, very real thing, and it can be a very real thing for you as well. Stephen Briggs is crushing it right now. DFW just left Quest a couple hours ago. Awesome. Yeah, my good buddy Jason Bible and Tom Perry were up there. Up in Dallas. Shout out to those guys. I used to office right next to them. And they're doing it too. So get a piece of the pie. Get a piece of the pie, because there's not enough people to eat the pie. You gotta realize that. And I'm gonna end it with this. There's so much fucking opportunity out here and so much fucking money to make that all of us can be rich. Everybody. There is not enough people to be successful. It doesn't exist. Okay, it doesn't exist. Everybody can win. Everybody, even in Houston alone, there's not enough houses for every real estate entrepreneur to buy in Houston. That's a myth. It doesn't exist. It does not exist. Competition means fucking nothing. It doesn't exist. All right? Because I know people flipping 300 deals a year. This guy's doing 500 deals. This guy's doing 1,000. This guy's doing 10. Everybody eats. Everybody eats. Everybody. Everybody. No matter where you are in this country, you have the opportunity to eat. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Everybody can be a real estate entrepreneur. It doesn't matter. We'll all still win. Everybody can go out there and raise private capital. It doesn't matter. Everybody will raise money. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So don't go into this thinking that you have to be Mr. Competitor, that everybody's out here stealing your strategies and stealing your tactics and stealing your connections. It doesn't exist. Is private capital raised only by your circle of influence? No. In fact, you can, for example, two of my diamonds were at a meeting the other day with me, and they just sparked up a conversation with somebody. Turns out the guy has $200K in the bank and wants to make something happen, wants to invest and partner, and it's going from there. And in the private money class, I talk about your immediate network. I know right now everybody in this live stream knows a lawyer or a doctor or a CPA or a high net worth individual. I know it. It's 100%. And if you don't, go out and meet more people. Go out and meet more people. And look, if you already have cash, if you have like 20, 30K, go find somebody who has 20, 30K to match you. One of my best deals ever, I bought it for $35,000. I sold it for $125,000. What's one of my best deals? $35K I bought that house for. I think I put 20 into it and I sold it for $125,000. It was the fastest profitable deal that I've done in my career. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. And I mean, like, it was just freaking turn and burn. So 35K, 20K, you figure you're all in for 55K. 55K is not a lot of money. You can go out there if you have 25K and go find somebody with 30. I know you can. You just got to know how to do it, and I'll show you how to do it if you want more of a step-by-step breakdown with strategy. Do you set up the self-directed IRA for the private cap? I mean, so if that's the case, you can send them to a place that does set up self-directed IRAs. You're not going to do it for them. Here in Texas, and I know in a couple of other cities, you have Quest IRA, and there's places like that that'll help walk you through, and but you can also just do cash. You can do cash, right? There's certain documents that secure the money, and there's certain processes that you have to go through, and it's pretty much like 1, 2, 3. So I tell people this all the time. I wish that real estate was more like exciting. It's not. It's very, very simple, and there's not much to it. There's not much to it. Like, when you're a rocket scientist, like, there's a lot to that. When you're a pharmaceutical science, like, there's a lot to that. When you're a surgeon and you're performing brain surgery, there's a lot to that. In real estate, it's pretty simple. It's like 1, 2, 3. Like, anybody can do it. I think people give it a little more credit than it deserves. And I'm talking about the single family house level. I'm not talking about like the skyscraper level and, no. I'm talking about flipping a house. Anybody can go out there and get 55K to go buy a house. And look, I always hear this. Well, Ross, in my houses, in my market, there's not houses for 55K. Then go to a fucking area where there is houses that are 55K. Because if you're willing to do whatever it takes and you really want the end result, why wouldn't you just go to the area that there is houses for 55K? Like in Houston, there's an abundance of opportunity. If you're not in Houston, come to fucking Houston. It doesn't have to be Houston. You could flip anywhere, but that's just the truth. Like, why would you sit there and complain about your area not being the way that other areas are. And by the time you're done complaining, you could have went to that area, stayed in an Airbnb, or met somebody who can have their foot on the ground, their boots on the ground, and been back to where you live and have a deal. Like, for example, my buddy William out of Queens, he came down, guy was driving Uber in New York, came down to Houston, rented an apartment for 3 months, partnered up with somebody, got a deal, flipped it, and then went back to New York. That is a freaking opportunist right there. Tuning into all your videos, man. Oh, thank you so much, Arturo. How about Pasadena? Let me tell you about something about Pasadena, man. Arturo, you stay far away from Pasadena. 'Cause Pasadena, Texas is my hood, man. That's my turf, man. You want a turf war, man? Because we can have a turf war. No, I'm just kidding. I love Pasadena, Texas. In fact, that's the barrio, man. That's the spot. I love Pasadena. I own one house in Pasadena. I need more. Pasadena is a very, very hot, lucrative market. I love it. I used to get made fun of for buying in those areas. I don't get made fun of anymore. It seems like everybody wants to come over and join the party. I think I may, so I can prove a point to some of my guys. Hey, tell me return of money first before telling me return on my money. Tell me. I'm sorry, man. I don't understand, brother. Thomas, what's happening, man? What is happening? Oil business booming. Yeah, right now I'm in Baytown, Texas a lot. I'm in LaPorte, Texas. I love LaPorte. Like, I got started in LaPorte. My first house was on South Carroll Avenue. I bought it for $65,000. I put $14,000 into it, sold it for like $110, something like that, in LaPorte. So I love LaPorte, Texas, and I love Baytown and Pasadena, and I'll go all the way down to Texas City. But that's my niche, guys. Real estate is it's a niche. There's real estate, it's the industry. You have different niches. Not everybody that's in real estate is an investor. Not everybody that's in real estate wholesales. Not everybody that's in real estate is a landlord. Not everybody that's in real estate does new construction. Not everybody in real estate fix and flips junkers or $30,000, $40,000 houses. So you have to pick your niche and define it. I know some people that are badass at new construction, and I know some people that are badass in turning and burning 5 properties at a time, and I know some people that are badass at wholesaling 10 deals a month. Pick your niche and be the best at it, and when you dominate it, then move on to the next thing. All right? But that's a whole nother conversation. But anyways, guys, I believe in all of you. I really do. And the reason I love to do these live streams, the reason why I love to help you guys out, we try our best to make it exciting. Nothing sexy about owner financing. And, it's just like, I mean, it's not rocket science. It's just not. I wish it was. It's just not. That doesn't mean that business isn't exciting and sexy, but, as a whole, but, fixing and flipping houses or wholesaling a house, like, I wish it was more exciting. Anyways, guys, the reason why I do this is because there was a time in my life 3 years ago where I didn't have a clue. I didn't have a clue. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know where to do it. But I had a vision. I had a vision, and I had goals. I knew what I wanted to do, and I knew that if I started, I would dominate. I would be the best at it. And along the way, yes, there were times I wanted to quit. I don't show that to you guys, even today, even to this day. Even to this day. There's times where I'm not happy. I don't go live or Snapchat or Instagram. Of course there are. I'm a human. There's days I lay in bed till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. There are days. Those days will come. I'm a real person, and you guys are too. Those days will come. But you got to keep moving forward. I didn't have a clue. I found the clue, and I want to share with you guys so you realize that it's possible. It's a very real thing, and you can have everything. You can have everything that you ever wanted. Everything. And anything. It's possible. You want to go to Australia and surf for a whole month, do it. You want to go climb Mount Everest? Do it. You can do it. You want a house on the beach in Maui? You can do it. Tell me how I get my money back, then tell me about the profit of my investment. That make better sense? How do you get your money back? When I go to close a deal, the title requests a payoff statement from you, and I can't sell the house until that payoff statement is satisfied, which pretty much I have no say in the matter because title goes off bases it off what the documents that we negotiated say. So if the documents say 2 points, it's 2 points. And they automatically take the funds out from my proceeds. So if I'm selling the house for 100 and I owe you 65, title is going to automatically take the 65 out of the 100. And there's no way around that. First position gets paid just like that. Because when you file lender documents, it's filing, you're filing a lien, right? It's like, for example, if you have a car and you have a loan on that car and it's like, let's say Chase, and then you go and sell the car, when you transfer that title is going to have a lien on it, and that title wouldn't be cleared until that was released. Oh, it was a quote. I thought it was a question. I'm like, what? But anyways, guys, that's it. My name is Russ Alex. Look, I need everyone to do me a favor. Please, if you made it all the way to the end, please just do me one favor. Just one. Please. Number one, please, if you have it in your heart, just share this video. It just takes a second. There's a share button. You just hit share because I want to spread this message for as many people as I possibly can. I think this is like my 600 live stream video. Number two, there's a button that says subscribe to my live notifications. If you can hit that too, so you never miss a live stream. And the third thing is simple, guys. Please hit the thumbs up button. It's right there. You see it. Just hit it. Like. If you want to put an angry face, that's fine too. I don't even care. Just hit the button. Please. Let me see them. I see them coming in now. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Again, it's always a pleasure to hang with you guys. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to get some sleep, and I'll talk to you later. Rock and roll, baby.